In the midst of the chaos, there is opportunity. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be looking at the opportunities in the Forex market based on the intraday point of view. It's a pleasure having you here again. My name is Tolu of CSA Forex, Common Sense Approach to Forex Trading. And we're going to be looking for trading opportunities for today. Please kindly note that this video should be used as a form of education and not as a form of signal trading advice. Thank you. First of all, we have in front of us the EURUSD. But before I start going into the nitty-gritty of the fiber EURUSD, let's quickly take a dive at the calendar. Looking at the calendar for today, you can see, well, it's a bit quiet to say the least, but by 1:30 p.m. later today, that's the UK time for CAD, we're going to be having the CPI, which is obviously high impact news. So for CAD pairs, we should have some volatility that should be introduced into the market. Yesterday was pretty quiet with the burial of the Queen of England, that's Queen Elizabeth II. Now we're back fully, and then the market should pick up, and then proper volatility should be introduced today, right? So now let's look at the fiber. Let's see what we can make out of it. So now fiber has been on the downtrend practically the whole year. And then for now, if you look at it very well from this 30 minutes perspective, 30 minutes is much cleaner for now. You could use the 1 hour as well, right? From this 30 minutes perspective, we've seen that the market has been moving sideways. This sideways has actually been since last week, ever since we had the CPI that came out for the US dollar. The CPI came out and it was actually bullish for the dollar. And then we had this big move. I'm sure you can see this big candle down. We had this big move down last week. Ever since that period, the market has been moving sideways. So it is due for a breakout. I repeat, it is due for a breakout. Now, looking at what we have right here from this time frame, remember we're looking at it from the intraday time frame perspective. For me, looking at it, I have some areas of higher lows here building up, higher lows building up here. So I'm expecting the market to push higher past this range from last week and then use this area as a form of support to push higher again some more. So I'm looking at least 1.0110, that's 1.0110 area for the market to test this week, right? That is all things going according to plan, right? And then don't forget also ensure your stop loss is in place and proper risk management is also calculated. Now, quickly for the other instruments that I have on my radar, I have just three: the EURUSD we just talked about, and then the dollar CAD. Don't forget, we have data coming out for CAD, right, by 1:30 p.m. UK time, and that is approximately 3.5 hours from now. Looking at this from the hourly time frame, that's the dollar CAD, you can see we have this. If you look at it properly, that is, you have the left shoulder, you have the head, and a potential right shoulder. So this should be where we should be interested in looking for sell opportunities, where the market properly tests here, and then we get our trigger to take it back down. You notice I said properly, meaning that with what is happening here, you can see that this week is showing some rejection, right, coming in from the sellers. But do not jump the gun. Wait for the market to test your area of interest properly, and also preferably give you that trigger. It could be a bearish engulfing, bearish hammer, also known as the bearish pin bar, for you to pull the trigger. Whatever it is for you, whether it is candlestick patterns or it is chart patterns, no matter what it is, make sure, right, to ensure that your stop loss is properly, placed, not just behind the other side of the level, but probably behind the candle, right, for small risk for a bigger reward. Because obviously, if your stop loss is this small and your reward is this big or this big, trust me, it will be well worth the trade. So don't forget, we have the CAD news CPI coming up by 1:30 p.m., 3.5 hours from now. So you need to be careful with the dollar CAD. And then finally, gold. Yes, the precious metal. Gold also has been dropping and dropping for a while now. It has been struggling with the 1700 area, right, which was a key area of support and resistance. Flip zone. Obviously, flip zone is known as an area that has acted as support and resistance. It has been struggling in that area for a while, and then finally it broke out to the downside. But then I'm expecting it to retest the 1700 area again before a further major drop to about 1545. And this is from the higher time frame. So I'm not going to switch to that. We are looking at the intraday. So for the intraday for today, looking at what we have over here, look very well. This was a left shoulder here. This was a head. This was an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And then this was now a right shoulder, as you can see, inverse. Now, after this has happened and it has broken out from the neckline, you can see from this trend line that we have here. Now, a potential, I repeat, a potential test of this trend line or even of this right shoulder again, right, could also give us a potential entry on gold around 1660 area to push higher to 1685 or around the 1700 area. You can see these areas here that have been support in the past, but yet to be tested as resistance from this time frame, the 30 minutes, the intraday time frame perspective. So this will be a good one if you can get a nice trigger here. It could be a bullish engulfing, bullish pin bar, bullish hammer with a nice small stop loss for a sizable reward. This would definitely be the way to go. So these are my watch list. These are what I have on the radar for today. If it was helpful, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when we drop new videos like this that could help you and then take your trading to the next level. If you have any question for me, use the comment section, ask a question, and I'll get back to you in good time. Thank you guys. It has indeed been a good one. Don't forget to trade safely. Use a stop loss, not mental stop loss. It has to be one that is visible on your chart. And also make sure that your risk management is well calculated. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the day and goodbye.